Today I'd like to talk to you about the Greek mythology, the Hindu religion, Scientology, and how they all tie in with each other, and how they will tie in to the end of the world and the rapture, the explanation of the rapture. Not saying that it has to do with the actual rapture, but has to do with an explanation of the rapture, how the Antichrist, false prophet, and Satan will explain away the rapture, saying that Jesus didn't come and rapture people, and also tie into all these different alien movies that you see here on alien movies that you see here recently, and how that they all are looking towards the end of the world, because every alien movie that you see, which is, there's tons of alien movies coming out, every alien movie that you see has something to do with the end of the world. I believe it's preparing people for what's to come. Okay. Zeus in the Greek mythology, he's supposed to be the god of all gods. Oh yeah, by the way, the Greek mythology also says that their gods came from cities in the sky, riding down on flying chariots. And they have cave drawings, all these different drawings, paintings, and all these different artifacts of these flying chariots that are round, they're circular, and they're floating up above people. Okay. Well, Zeus, he's supposed to be the god of all gods. Oh, and also the gods are known to come down, marry any woman that they want, and they had love affairs with women, had babies with them, and those babies were known to be half god, half human. Same thing with the god, the sons of God, which are the angels, fallen angels. The sons of God married the daughters of men, had babies with them, and that's why God flooded the world. Excuse me. There's here is Lord Shiva. He is a Hindu god. He's supposed to be the god of all gods, just like Zeus. They both get angry fast, which Satan does too. This is the god of destruction and death. His counterpart is Kali, which is the goddess of destruction and death. You see how he has a snake around his hair, has a snake around his throat, and has a drum, has a pitchfork, has bells, has a small horn. That indicates that he is musical. Satan was also musical. He was the angel of music. And you see how that ties in with each other. I want to show you this video of these people who are possessed, and I'm just going to warn you, they act a little crazy, but act weird, but they are new agers, and this is what they're believing, and this is actually what they're believing, like totally. They have no mentality of Christianity at all. So this is what the world's believing, and they do not believe in the rapture. They do not believe in the end of the world. They do not believe in the tribulation. And this is what they're saying.
Hello, Philip. How are you today?
Very good, Leah. How are you?
Very fine, thank you. So, what is it that you wanted to know?
Where are you from?
I'm from Venus.
I don't think anybody's going to believe that you or anybody else could be from Venus. Could you explain to us how you could be when everybody knows it's uninhabitable?
They think it's uninhabitable because it is not inhabitable by physical life forms. We have bodies of light.
While Leah rambles on with fantastical ideas, she soon compels the audience toward global unity, a message found throughout the New Age movement.
And what occurs here on this planet will affect the rest of the universe. Can you, with all of your different ideas, all of your different races, come together as one planet and one people? We have dedicated millennia upon millennia to this idea. The earlier experiments with Pan and Lemuria and Atlantis were not successful. But this one will be.
Now the interviewer asks the woman to exchange spirits and to channel another spirit that calls itself the Tibetan. Tibet is an often referred to hotspot for New Age empowerment. Hitler's Nazi occultists went to Tibet thinking to find their ancient Aryan ancestors. Listen carefully to the Tibetan's message as he refers to the great I Am, the name God reveals in the Bible to describe himself.
I am the Tibetan, and I have come during this time continuum to discuss with you the idea of the only question in the universe. And that question is, what is? And the answer is, I am. For all things that are created, that were created, that shall be created, fall under the question, what is? And you, each and every one of you, are that answer, and that answer is, I am. I am is also the name of the creator of this universe. That is all. I relinquish control to the entity, Leah.
As the entity Leah returns, she confirms the You Are God message and refers to the new race that will arise through the New Age movement.
What the woman later on says, which Leah, whatever, says, is that this race that's going to be in this new world, this new age, is going to be gods. They're going to be their own gods, meaning, like, it's a similarity between what Satan said. Satan said in the Garden of Eden, he said, you will become like God. It's a temptation of human beings to be like gods or be gods. Okay? And that's what the New Agers are believing. That's what the Scientologies believe. They believe that Scientology, they believe that their gods are aliens, which is right smack down right there with Greek mythology. Because for a while, since the Greek mythology, since that whole thing, we stopped calling them gods and started calling them aliens from other planets. Now we're slowly calling them back to gods with Scientology. Okay, right here, it says 2 Thessalonians 2:4. He will oppose himself and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worshipped, so that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God. Same thing with the possessed woman. She was saying the however you pronounce that, the Tibetan, something. But anyways, their gods are. He said that the God of this universe is the great I am. But then he says, the question you ask, the answer to your question is you. He says that it is I am. He's saying that you all are gods. Evolutionists and all these different New Agers, they're all saying we are stepping into a new age, stepping into the brink of evolution so that we can become like gods. So evolution isn't as bad because of where they believe that we came from, but because of what they're thinking that we're going. Because they're saying that you're going to become gods. Just like Satan said to Eve before she bit the fruit. You'll become like God, knowing good and evil. Okay, so this also ties in with this verse because he says that the God of the universe is the great is the great I am, which is what we believe. We believe that the God of the universe is the great I am. But the thing is, the Antichrist is, the Bible says that the Antichrist will say that will oppose and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worship, so that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God. Okay. Okay. That is saying that every single religion is true. That's the reason why you hear all of the news, and not news, but all over TV, all over like Oprah and all that stuff, saying that there are many ways to heaven. Because it's preparing its way, it's preparing the way to let people welcome in the Antichrist. And that's all I have to say.